At this point, is one of the more active heavyweights in the roster, which is Aleksei Oleinik, which is hard to believe because the man is 44 years old and he just fights every other month. It feels like it. However, the man has lost 3 in a row. He's been finished in 2 of those 3 losses, which is, it's kind of tough to see. But Ilir Latifi, my man, he's coming off a split decision win against Tanner Boser. Lost a unanimous decision win to Derek Lewis. So, brother, I feel like you should get points just for saying I took Lewis to a decision. You feel me? I didn't get knocked out by the man. But Ilir Latifi has one X factor where I think there's a lot of hype. A lot of people are going to be harping on this. I don't know how much this really matters, but tell me what you think about this caveat. Ilir Latifi trains at All Stars Training Center. That is the same gym that Khamzat Chimaev trains out of, over there with Darren Till. They're best buds now. So there is this theory, man, because Ilir Latifi is a hell of a wrestler himself, but Chimaev, that's what all he's known for, is the wrestling, the grappling, all that good stuff. So when you have the young gun who's coming up in here who's saying, like, listen, I'm the dude now. Chimaev, I'm the guy. I'm wrestling everybody. Even though, you're going to wrestle Latifi. This dude's a heavyweight. You ain't wrestling this dude. Come on, stop it. But the point that I'm making here is that don't you think that's going to up his game a little bit? You know what I mean? You got this young hot gun. All right, brother, let's see what you got. I'm the top dog. Don't forget, I am the top dog here. So I think that's going to factor in just a little bit, but I was interested about your take on that. Is this hype or is this something to keep an eye on?
I think it's something to keep an eye on because even if Ilir Latifi is still getting the best of Chimaev because of the weight discrepancy, it's good to feed off that kind of energy. And I think Darren Till was talking about this where he's going in. It's good to see a young, hungry dog come in, think the best of himself, have ultimate confidence, and go into every aspect of the fight game with that. I think it reinvigorates the old dogs, man. It gets you thinking, like, oh shit, that's how I used to be when I was killing it. I've struggled, I've got away from that, but now I have kind of that energy kind of coming back in. I think it's something to look into, man. There might be a little something to that you're thinking right there, Derek. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but I like where your head's at with that one because it really does. When you're in the room with somebody like that, it's palpable. There's a feeling to it that motivates you to be a little bit better. That's something to watch for sure.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. However, wrestling heavy styles are not always the most productive when it comes to fighting a dude who will Ezekiel choke you at any given time in Aleksei Oleinik, a dude who every time I see his record, it blows my mind. 59-16-1. 8 knockouts, not anything crazy for the amount of wins, but brother, you got 46 submission wins. Obviously, you're doing something right. How many by Ezekiel choke? I don't know. Too many to count. But listen, when it comes down to it, my man, Ilir Latifi got a puncher's chance to win this fight. Aleksei Oleinik has a grappler's submission chance to win this fight. But I think that unless Oleinik gets it done early, man, it's just going to be tough to stop the pressure of an Ilir Latifi. I think that at number 22, the man arguably could be a top 15 fighter given how shallow the heavyweight division is in the top 15. But at the end of the day on this one, my man, minus 170 for Ilir Latifi. What does Aleksei Oleinik need to do to keep this fight competitive? Because when he lost his last fight, not to Spivak, but to Chris Daukaus, if we remember, Chris Daukaus just didn't give Aleksei Oleinik a chance to get going. Sprawled on the takedown and just punched him up until they finished the fight, right? And Aleksei Oleinik even kind of looked at the ref like, hey, bro, can you hurry up and finish this? I'm getting my face smashed in right now, bro. Like, come on, give me something. So is the will to really grit a win out there right now for a 44-year-old Aleksei Oleinik? Is he competing for the sake of competing? Is he trying to get right off of this 3-fight losing streak? Let's not forget, Ilir Latifi, he got a 3-fight losing streak of his own before getting that last one against Tanner Boser. So I think both these dudes need a win bad at the end of the day, but Aleksei Oleinik is more on the if he loses, is he keeping the legacy? Is he sticking around for the legacy? Or are we saying, bro, you're 44 years old. It's time to go to Eagle FC if you want to keep fighting. What are you thinking?
Yeah, there's a lot more on the line to lose for Oleinik, but I think that might motivate the older man, bro. Sure. That's one of those things where you're coming in, and on paper, Latifi has the perfect style for Oleinik to beat. He comes in wrestling, you get things to the ground, you end it early when it's dry, in, out, on your way. But at the same point, man, Oleinik has this weird style where if you've ever fought anybody with a hard head and all they do is just like duck and punch him in the forehead, it's a pain in the ass because this dude will eat. He will literally eat any and all shots he throws, even uppercuts. He'll duck on some uppercuts and headbutt those. It's absolutely wild. The fact that he doesn't get knocked out. It's his jaw is impeccable. His whole cranium is made out of adamantium, bro. This dude is insane, especially for the age he is. Yeah. So if Ilir Latifi though can do the same thing as Dawkins did, where he actually put him up, push him up against, be the bully, hit him up with some hands, hit him up with some knees, get the ref to step in. I
Mhm.
think that's the best way to fight Oleinik because this dude's not going to sleep. He's not going to get tapped. You're just going to keep on battering your own hands on this dude's skull. You got to get the commit or not the commission, the referee to step in there and say, all right, like this is a one-sided event, especially early on. Although Oleinik, he can get it done, or excuse me, TV can get it done in the later rounds. That can, wait more for the referee to happen. But Oleinik can snatch something up quick, man. So you got to
Yeah.
stay away from that quick blitz.
No, I agree with you, man. So Ilir Latifi, he is 2-3 in his last 5. Hasn't finished a fight since 2018 when he finished Ovin St. Preux. And listen, he's a great wrestler, trains at All Stars, all that good stuff. Oleinik lost 3 in a row, lost 5 of his last 6 via stoppage, and his last finish win came in 2020 against Mo Green. I think that is enough statistics to talk about this matchup. I like Ilir Latifi, brother. I'm going youth, even though Latifi's 38 years old, but I'm going a little bit of youth pick with this. I just think Aleksei Oleinik, man, it's like the game plan. Come in, he wants to grab you up. If he can't choke you in the first round, it's hard for him. He's never really gotten his striking together like that. It's never been super technical. But the big thing that I cannot just forget to mention, he does have a 7-inch reach advantage on Latifi. I just think Latifi is such a good wrestler, that's not going to matter too much. If Aleksei Oleinik was a little bit of a better striker, then I would really be thinking like, okay, Aleksei could do it on the feet, but I have a hard time thinking he's going to knock out Latifi, who has been knocked out 4 times, but he's never been submitted, man. So that's the big story. I like Latifi. Over and under on this fight is 1.5 rounds, brother. So, that's the big question. I think they're thinking Aleksei Oleinik comes in, submits the man, or Latifi just ground and pounds him, gets a flurry strike, and they end it quick. I'm actually in a little bit of agreement here, brother. I'm going to take the under on this one. I like the under. I just think that 2 old dogs in the heavyweight division, you're not going to a decision. What are we talking about? What do you think, brother?
Yeah, I'm with you too. I have it as a round 2 TKO or submission for Oleinik. I'm also taking the under though. I think it's going to happen early. I think it's going to happen before that 7.5 minute mark. I'm rolling with Oleinik. I think he's going to snatch something up quick.
Yeah.
We're going to see Ilir Latifi come in hot, come in pressure, and I think Oleinik will use that against him. But Latifi can get it done. So, but like I said, Oleinik submission early round 2. That's what I'm rocking with.
Folks, if you are a plus money type of bettor, if you're a plus money wagerer, I will note that it probably would not be a bad idea to throw a little bit of money on Aleksei Oleinik by TKO, submission, or DQ, which is one of the main prop bets that they often throw out there. The reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, man, Oleinik could snatch up anything at any given moment, okay?